Welcome to the KPBS Summer Music Series. In this episode, renowned DJ, event curator, and music producer DJ Artistic talks about giving back to the community to help others shine and about his exciting new project.
We call upon the names of our ancestors. Give us wisdom and show us the way. We the people, we take back our power, and we demand justice today. Oh.
And hip-hop artist Indian K talks about his long and winding road through foster care and prison and how he changed that negative experience into positive music that inspires the community.
It's about knowing oneself, respecting the lands, protecting our women, raising kings and queens. You dig it? You may feel the weight of the world, cause in today's society, they forget about us. They rather steal our culture and hope you never know it.
That's next.
KPBS On Demand is supported by UC San Diego's Art Power, presenting cellist Joshua Roman, performing from his album Immunity, alongside music by J.S. Bach and more, Sunday, June 22nd at UC San Diego's Epstein Family Amphitheater. Reserve your tickets at artpower.ucsd.edu.
Welcome to the KPBS Summer Music Series, San Diego's own music discovery podcast that features encore presentations of our best in-studio performances and interviews, celebrating our diverse music scene and beyond. I'm your host, Kurt Kohnen. Hip-hop artist Indian K is a member of the Rincon Luiseno tribe of American Indians. He spent the early part of his childhood here on the tribe's reservation in Rincon. His life has taken him on a long and winding road through foster care and prison and back into the community as a respected musician. Through it all, his lyrics remain positive and full of hope. Alison St John interviews Indian K, but first we begin with his song, Go Win.
This is for my kids, show me the love I miss. This is for the pain, make you appreciate life in the little things. This is for holding on to what grandpa instilled in us. This for creator, not letting the streets kill me. This for those fighting demons. This for hope to the hopeless, lost souls who found a purpose. This for the dream, turn to reality. This for the mind, this from the heart. This for those seen light in the dark. This death before dishonor, this for the world. We gon' be alright. We gon' keep pushing, keep moving, keep on grinding. We gon' be alright. Love and life, take the good with the bad. We gon' be alright. We gon' keep pushing, keep moving, keep on grinding. We gon' be alright. Love and life, take the good with the bad. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright.
Indian K, welcome to Midday Edition.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
You're from the Rincon Band of Luiseno Mission Indians, and you lived on the reservation till you were 11. How was it to go back and forth between reservation life and life on the outside, as it were?
It was just different. Every time I would leave there and go to the city, I felt like out of place, but I'm kind of used to it. It was more like a homely feeling, being on the res, and then in the city, it's like real fast paced. Everything's fast paced. Even back then on the res, you can feel it fall back. You can feel time not stop, but you feel it like slow down. That was the difference right there for me.
Yeah. I'm beginning to realize why two of your albums are called Duality and Duality 2. Does this all have something to do with it?
It definitely does. I battle myself. I'm a street guy, but I also know the love of being part of my people, so it's, and it's not a battle of like, I'm trying to choose good or evil. No, I choose good, but I still have a understanding of the other side,
We're going to listen to a song now called Little Indian Boy, which is off your album Duality. Tell us who it's for.
I made that song for my son. I have 3 kids, 2 girls, 1 boy, and I know what it's like to be on the res and be part of the crowd that's like, oh, they're not Indian enough because they don't live here. And I also know what it's like to be in the city and hear people from the res be like, they're not Indian enough. Me, I'm all right. My son, though, I don't want him to have a hard time. So I made the song for not just him, but it's for everybody. Like, as long as you find your identity, you know?
Lil Windy boy, let me walk with you, talk to you. I know your city living feeling lost, cause our people get to hating when you tell them you ain't been home. But those reservations ain't home. Most of us detached from our origins, so it's more about getting in tune. Knowledge and power, we adapted to the city life, holding on to our pride. But because we rock Dickies and Chucks, we ain't native enough, kill that noise. It's about knowing oneself, respecting the lands, protecting our women, raising kings and queens, you dig it? You may feel the weight of the world, cause in today's society, they forget about us. They rather steal our culture and hope you never know it. Write this out the books and keep on rolling. So I tell us keep tradition alive, but we gotta see and adapt to the times. Finding the path is hard, but we gotta try. Lil Indian Boy.
That was Lil Indian Boy by San Diego artist Indian K off his album Duality. You were passing on knowledge to your son, but tell us a little bit about how you grew up that taught you these lessons.
My mother and my father were, they were involved in street life. My father more so, gangs by his own choosing. Me, I bounced around a lot between family. Not really stable. By the time I was 11, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, in group homes. And we're not talking like Orphan Annie stuff. We're talking like adolescents, I guess, coming out of juvenile prisons, juvenile halls, the misfits, I guess. And we had to make choices to survive. And
yeah, you grew up in a group home and you ended up in the criminal justice system and ended up locked up. But that experience, that prison experience, really turned your life around, didn't it? Tell us what happened in there.
I like to tell people, prison is it's gonna do one or two things for you. You're gonna realize that you're okay with living the life you live, or you're gonna say, I don't want to live like this. And before I went to prison, but I was still on the run. Mm-hmm. I met a beautiful woman, beautiful woman. And I'm not talking looks, I'm talking her soul. Beautiful woman. And I actually violated my parole at the time she got pregnant. So I went back on a parole violation. She's pregnant. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss the birth of my kid. That right there, that was a big moment. That was a big moment. I said, you're done. You're not doing this no more. Because if I'm not raising my kids, then I'm just like my father. No disrespect to my father. I love my father. But I just repeat the cycle. You know what I'm saying? I just repeat the cycle.
Did you meet any other people that you could relate to from your own culture, American Indians also, who sort of became brothers for you while you were in there?
Yeah, I met a lot of good brothers. Like all my brothers are good. We're allowed to sweat inside and we eat together, and I won't lie, I wouldn't have known Sweat Lodge. I wouldn't have known a lot of our structure if I didn't go to prison. Like just as being, American Indian, like I experienced more of my culture being locked up than on the outside, which I always looked at my culture as being proud because my father's always told me that. But experiencing it, I was like, yo, we're better than this. Like, what am I doing? Why is my first sweat lodge inside of a freaking penitentiary? Like,
kind of paradoxical, but hey, that's what saved you in a way.
It did.
What makes this thing from your culture, what makes the sweat lodge such a powerful experience for people who don't know what that is? So
a sweat lodge, it's like if you go to church, I mean, whatever place you go to worship, Allah, God, I say creator. If we're all talking about the same thing, so it's just our place of worship.
San Diego actually has more reservations than any other county in the United States. Do you think San Diegans know enough about, the original peoples who lived for centuries in this area? What would you like them to understand more of?
I don't think they do. I've ran into people that asked me, where I was from. And when I told them my tribe, they were like, where's that? And I had to be like outside of Escondido, and they still kind of didn't know. And that's all right, because out here I noticed our reses are pushed back into, the East Valley, into the mountains. So they're kind of like hidden from the city. But one thing I do want people to know is like, this is all Indian land right here. It's good to know your surroundings. It's good to know the original people from here. And we're here. Like, that's it. Like, I don't really push the Indian part as crazy, but, I just want people to know, man, like, even after all this time, we're able to still have intact a culture, a belonging, a feeling, a understanding of who we are.
What do you think about all the talk of racial justice that's going on right now?
I think that if people don't see a problem with equality, then they're blind. If we can't respect one race, then all lives don't matter. I think that, it's an injustice. There's a divide. There's racism. Like, there's racism. The same stuff that happens with white people on a lenient level, a black person would get killed. A colored person would get killed. That's just facts. It's proven. You can look it up. It's not, there's no racial equality. That's why we're fighting for racial equality.
Indian K, have a fabulous day. It's great to talk with you. Really great.
You too, ma'am. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Hey, trust they didn't think we make it this far. Used to the haters, big bro, what goes up keeps going us. Money missions, hungry had to get it. Intuition told me I was different. Top shelf sipping craft beer, the homies laughing. Stuck up, nah, I just know my palates and my passions. Passing these dudes by, these dudes lie. They on fool's time, I switch lanes. Get into the paper, the mood's right. Moonlight show me I'm a star, but know what James showed me, I would rather be a planet. Solid foundation, no shame in saying I love y'all. When nights was rough, it was just me and Big Bruh. Now nights get rough, we coastal. Blowing top flight, it ain't the same, dog. But we the same, dog. But we the same, dog. I'm just gonna live my life. My life. This is dreams being brought to reality.
Coming up, we hear from DJ, event curator, producer, and pillar of the San Diego hip-hop community, DJ Artistic.
KPBS On Demand is supported by UC San Diego's Art Power, presenting cellist Joshua Roman, performing from his album Immunity, alongside music by J.S. Bach and more, Sunday, June 22nd at UC San Diego's Epstein Family Amphitheater. Reserve your tickets at artpower.ucsd.edu.
Welcome back to the KPBS Summer Music Series. Renowned DJ, event curator, and music producer, DJ Artistic has earned a reputation as a community builder and architect of the San Diego hip-hop scene, who, for over 2 decades, has curated events that help artists grow and shine. His contributions to San Diego music are immeasurable. Here's Midday Edition's Jade Hindmon.
DJ Artistic is a 4-time San Diego Music Award winner, including for Best DJ. He is also an artist, producer in his own right, and has toured with underground hip-hop legend Abstract Rude and San Diego all-star hip-hop group Deep Rooted, alongside legendary acts like Souls of Mischief and Public Enemy. DJ Artistic joins us now. Welcome to you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
Great to have you. Now, how did you discover your passion for DJing?
It was something that I always wanted to do as a kid and dreamed about. So I think my earliest influence might have been Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper.
Yeah, we're gonna get started like this. You know it. Everybody put your hands in the air. Let me see everybody put your hands.
And listening to that album and hearing Jazzy Jeff live at Union Square, like cutting up the records and not knowing how he was doing that.
Backwards. Jazzy transform.
The sound just captivated me, and also having cousins that were B-boys and B-girls breakdancing or doing can art or graffiti, and I wasn't a good dancer or a good artist or, a good singer, so DJing was the next thing that I kind of gravitated towards.
Are y'all down with that or what?
And do you remember getting your first music equipment?
Yeah, I sure do. I remember using my friend's equipment like in middle school, And then when we graduated middle school, he actually got a Technique 1200 turntable, which is like still an industry standard, and working on that. And then, ninth grade, my dad set me up with some turntables, a mixer, some speakers. I built a little DJ coffin in my room, and that's kind of like how it started for me with DJing.
And you mentioned your father got you your first turntables. Tell me about him. I mean, he had his own record label, is that right?
My dad's always been very supportive of me, helped me in every fashion that he could. And he later on started a record company and had a studio up in the North County area. So who would have known that a kid dreaming about being a DJ, 10 years old, his dad would have a record company in a studio when he's in high school.
How did you get your name, DJ Artistic?
Abstract Rude gave me that name, DJ Artistic. We're actually out at an industry event. I was living with him in LA, my first time at like an industry event when he was signed to Grand Royal, the Beastie Boys label, subsidiary of Capitol Records. And he introduces me as DJ Artistic, his DJ. And that's how that name stuck with me. And my real name is Arthur the Third. So, it worked in both ways.
How it works. There you go. And you toured with Abstract Rude as his DJ. But you also produced the song 213 to 619 adjacent, 213 being the LA area code and 619 San Diego. Tell us about that era.
Yeah, that was a really great time. We were inspired by a lot of things that were going on in LA from the underground, as well as inspired by a lot of things that were happening and things that we were doing here in our San Diego underground. So the soul culture was connected, through the freeway, through the zip codes. And from having him as a friend in high school and actually going to middle school with his cousins, and then meeting him later on and finding out that he's this amazing writer and artist, we just would connect from meeting in middle school and high school. And then as we grew up to teens, he was doing more music than I was, and we connected. And one of my mentors, DJ Fingers, gave me a record, said, hey, you could do something with it. I sampled it and made a beat out of it. He liked it. We recorded it. And next thing you know, he's calling me saying, hey, the record's coming out on this compilation. And so it was like a dream come through. It just kind of happened out of nowhere.
213 to 619 adjacent. Beats and rhymes, beats and rhymes, beats and rhymes, beats and rhymes. Lick shots for my spots in DA. Lick shots for my spots in DA. Beats and rhymes, if there's no time, it's wasted. 213 to 619 adjacent. No, I know really why you poetically identify with your environment as if a haiku. Wanna overthrow the overlord like coup d'etat. Wanna say it's abstract, but you got no root in ya. Maneuver around.
Yes. Now, you also joined San Diego all-star hip-hop group Deep Rooted, who won several San Diego Music Awards. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, we're friends, Joe Haas, I worked together. Mr. Brady and I had worked together. And then, I was introduced to Bree, the vocalist, through Brady and Joe Haas. And then we're from the era of dancing, so we had a few dancers, Urban Dynamics, and I was always doing my thing and curating events, and we're always doing things separately. But after they formed the group Deep Rooted, they pretty much came to me and say, hey, Art, we want you to get down with us and be our DJ. And that's kind of how it formed, from our relationships of just doing hip hop from all the years and us having the same common goal, pretty much having the same music influences and wanting to contribute to the culture. With all the passion that each one of us possessed, we just put it together and then created Deep Rooted and went to do our part to carry on tradition and keep the torch lit.
Here's the song Fade Away, produced by DJ Artistic and performed by Deep Rooted.
Fade away. Ooh, time after time, I realize that seasons and times, they all begin to fade away.
But I still can't let it go. Plant a seed in the dirt, y'all, let it sow. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I let it show. And fertilize the planet Earth, dog, and let it grow. My skin had never ever bleach. I was always taught to build, never ever teach. I was raised by the block where we never preach. I dedicate this to my niggas dead in the street. Drifting on a memory, born a slave where they strip our identity. And in the books they just misplace your history. So blow some smoke in there if you're feeling me. but never will we ever rust. So when it's me against the world, tell me who you trust. From the cradle to the grave, back to the dust. It's USA, but what they gonna do with us?
Fade away. Ooh, time after time, I realize that seasons and times, they all begin to fade away. Ooh, time after time, I realize that seasons and times, they all begin to fade.
Like a kid and play, haircut, I hope the pain. Like the vision of my grandma, I hope it just. I'm still caught in the moment, hard to hide what I'm feeling through this music. I'll just show it and just. Yeah, our message is deep, but our music moves your body, keep you up on your feet. Don't let it. Like a rainbow, losing colors, but I do it for my pops and my single mothers. Cause I can't take it any longer. Blowing smoke out the roof of a Range Rover. This a life that I'm giving, ain't no starting over. Giving life to this music like an organ donor. And just spread your wings and take flight like the time when you flew in your dreams. Like a raft on the floater current, like the money on the block that you out earning.
Fade away. Ooh, time after time, I realize that seasons and times, they all begin to fade.
Very nice. After becoming a DJ and touring with Abstract Rude, you decided to begin curating events starting in the 1990s with The Breakthrough, followed by The Scene in the 2000s, and most recently Hip Hop Battle Bot. You know, what drew you to start curating events?
Well, not having your own place to do your art, you know, basically the culture having such a bad stigma or like a black eye. And so a few of my mentors played in bands and things like that and had a venue. And thankfully that they believed in what we were doing and they were part of the arts and culture and knew what it was like not to have a place to do your music. They opened up their venue to me. And so I took the opportunity and created a platform for all aspects of the culture, b-boying or dancing, graffiti or art, DJing, rapping or MCing, making beats. And we had a platform to keep an extension of the culture because for us, hip hop is so important. It helped us get through so many things. For some of us, it's our older brother or our parent, you know, or our role model or something that we can find solitude in to get through things. So I just wanted to give back because it gave me so much. So that was the focus of creating and curating an event for everyone to benefit from our scene.
You know, what kind of event is Hip Hop Battle Bot?
So BattleBot is an event that encompasses beat battle, where two producers who are making music or created beats are going against each other in an Apollo style where the crowd gets to vote to find out who is victorious. Then they go on and find out at the end of the night if they are the producer of the night and they win cash. Same thing happens with the dancers. Dancers are doing 2-on-2 crew battle or 1-on-1 open styles battle, and they advance Apollo style fashion with judges. And at the end of the night, who's ever the winner gets cash. We also have a DJ battle where DJs battle, do their tricks, techniques, and scratch. And at the end of the night, whoever advances, they get cash. And we have live performances. It's really dope. It's what hip hop is all about.
Yeah, sounds like it. But nobody comes across the stage with a broom, right?
No broom. We're not doing that anymore. We do encourage you to support everyone, but you know, in the fashion of hip hop, if you're whack, you can go ahead and boo them. But it is a nonviolent, multicultural event. But we don't stop you from booing if you don't think they're up to par.
Okay, all right. No sweeping them off. All right. You know, before North Park became the hotspot it is today, you were packing dive bars and really creating a scene. What impact have you seen your events have on the community and neighborhood?
Well, I think what it's done more than anything is brought everyone together and to know that you can work across different lines and different genres for the better of the community. I think that's my biggest contribution, is showing unity, providing a platform for everyone to benefit from without wanting anything back from it. And we got to work together to ultimately continue to have our city and our culture recognized internationally like so many other markets.
You know, what do you love so much about creating events?
The opportunity that it gives people and watching people grow. I like to see someone on stage and then 6 months later, they've gotten better and better and better. And so believing in people and seeing things in people that they sometimes don't see in themselves because I've had people see things in me that I didn't know that I had, and I'm just trying to return the same kind of energy that allowed me to be talking to you today on your station.
During the pandemic and last year's outcry for social justice, you briefly stepped away from curating events to get creative and start a music collective called the Solidarity Band. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I really thought that because I was in the community and I worked with so many people, that my message during that time would be encouraging dialogue, listening with compassion, understanding, and respect in the name of solidarity. And because I knew so many musicians and I've worked with so many people, it just came up to me to create the Solidarity Band, where I bring in so many people so that we can heal and we can use it as our therapy, and we can talk about different things and different perspectives and maybe have a different ideology, but still be able to coexist through music. And so the Solidarity Band was formed for musicians and artists to come together for the common goal of us all uniting for peace, unity, love, understanding, compassion, and respect.
This is Break the Chains, written and sang by Crown XO as part of the Solidarity Band Collective.
We've been marching on weary souls, and our spirits have felt every step. We'll keep marching till victory's won for centuries, and we can't stop yet. It's our duty to fight for our freedom. America, now's the time to choose. We must love and support one another. We've got nothing to lose. Oh, break the chains, 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 break the chains. Break the chains, break the chains, break the chains, break the chains, break the chains. We are marching for liberation. Let black people be free. Give us housing and fair education. No more police brutality. Oh, we call upon the names of our ancestors. Give us wisdom and show us the way. We the people, we take back our power, and we demand justice today. Oh, break the chains, break the chains, break the chains.
All right, that was Crown XO with Break the Chains as part of the Solidarity Band Collective. What motivated all of you to gather during such stressful times?
We needed to heal. We needed to do something. We couldn't sit on the sidelines being creatives and being artists and not do something to help us unite. So we wanted to come together and make music that gave people a hug and understanding, because we're all in it for one common goal: unity, peace, respect, understanding, compassion, all in solidarity.
That was the Solidarity Band Collective with Colin Ingram on drums, Bobo Ruiz on electric guitar, Chris Cooper on keyboards, Ramon on vocals, Paul Cannon on acoustic guitar, and Joey Narani on bass. You've won the award for Best DJ by the San Diego Music Awards, and your events company is called San Diego Best DJs. Tell us what your company specializes in.
Private events, corporate events, grand openings, live music, entertaining, anything that you need to make your vision come to life for your event, we can handle it, from sound, lighting, silent disco, whatever you need. We can provide you a high quality 5-star entertainment.
So what events do you have coming up?
Well, right now I'm working with a great band called Heaping Teaspoon, and every first and third Wednesdays you can find us at the Courtyard doing live music from 6 until 9 p.m. and then 7 p.m. until 11:30 doing silent disco. And that stage is also shared by Khalil Nash, DJ Main One, DJ Tram Life, and myself, DJ Artistic, along with DJ Demon.
All right. And now, I got to ask, you have several vehicles that you use for your purpose, whether it's your events company or DJing and writing. I mean, talk to me about your purpose. Why do you do what you do?
I think it's important to give back because, again, hip hop and the culture has given so much to me. And I like to see people's growth and help them be a part of their journey, because so many people have been a part of my journey and they've believed in me when I didn't believe in myself and when I had some self-doubt. So I don't give up on my people. And I believe that if you tell someone for 30 days that they're dumb, the 31st day, they'll believe that they're dumb. If you tell them that they're great, the 31st day, they'll believe that they're great. And the seeds that you plant will grow. And so I'm just trying to plant good seeds in people to help them accomplish their goal, because people have done the same thing to me, and it would be selfish not to give it back.
All right. I've been speaking with event curator, DJ, and music producer, DJ Artistic. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
It was a pleasure, an honor, and a privilege.
Go to kpbs.org/summer music series for the full interview and for a video interview of DJ Artistic.
What's up, party people in the place to be? Gather round for a minute and check the MC. I really don't know what you expecting from me, but I was born and raised to rock over the BC. Me and my homies got some tight ass raps. It's time we put the home team back on the map. All you radio stations play a whole lot of crap. It's like I'm hungry at the table and you feed me scrap. So this one's for the people who can ride the wave and go into the battle and come out unscathed. See, my only regret is that I probably never gave enough back to hip-hop for life is saved. So ride along with us as we lick this shot. For anybody who put it down, we never forgot. Till we give it all we got, cause that's how we was taught. And it only takes a second just to blow up the spot.
Thanks for listening to the KPBS Summer Music Series. To catch a new episode every 2 weeks, subscribe wherever you get podcasts. And for performance videos and more great artists, visit kpbs.org/summer music series. John Decker is Interim Associate General Manager of Content, Lisa Jane Morissette, Operations Manager, and Megan Burke is Senior Producer. I'm Kurt Kohnen.
They barely good enough of us for their needs. Our fans, some R&B, most hip-hop and rave. I'm dark-skinned, baby, and I could just sunbathe. Once the track's laid, that jism made. I become a slave to the beat, don't know how to behave. We kept it true, what else did you expect us to do? Now I'm beckon you to come and spin a record or two. I'm over proud, in the here and now, I'll be cold. To you so-called MCs who wanna get bold, you'll be showed in the worst ways. I'm seasoned for battle cause of the Project Blow Thursdays. I'm a wordsmith, now that we're settled into 2000, we gotta represent somehow. There's talent in the ghetto that we'll have to employ. With melanin in them, they'll seek to destroy. I'm a rude boy, I'm the real McCoy. I'm chocolate all over like an almond joy. I'm the rude boy, I'm the real McCoy. I'm chocolate all over like an almond joy. I'm a rude boy, I'm a real McCoy. Chocolate all over like an almond joy. I'm the rude boy, I'm the real McCoy. You wanna make noise, make noise.
B-boys make some noise. B-girls make some noise.
It's
work it out, work it out, yeah. Like that, cause we was at the party when the jam was live, and it really wasn't poppin' until we arrived. We was hanging out at the club before we can drive, with big afros like the Jackson 5, coming out the house late, making it home safe. B-boys in the place, just had to show my face. Soon after that, I discovered my instrument. As soon as I picked her up, we got intimate. Big up to my homeboys who know this tune. Microphone, mic, I'm in there, teaspoon. AC alone, just stepped in the room. Now we know the flavors in here, the party resumes. Cause I'm a B-boy, I'm the real McCoy. I'm chocolate all over like an almond joy. I'm a B-boy, I'm the real McCoy. I'm chocolate all over like an almond joy. I'm a B-boy, yeah. Respect to the fallen soldiers in hip hop. And all the fallen soldiers across the world in the struggle. Alright, easy.
KPBS On Demand is supported by UC San Diego's Art Power, presenting cellist Joshua Roman, performing from his album Immunity, alongside music by J.S. Bach and more. Sunday, June 22nd at UC San Diego's Epstein Family Amphitheater. Reserve your tickets at artpower.ucsd.edu.